Herbivore.
What's up?
Good evening, everyone. I'm here on this one. I didn't know you were about to go live. I had a mouthful of drink.
Dorino, you are in the hizzy. Good old General Dorino. Good old Richard Porter. Hey, people, how's everyone doing? Yeah, weight on your bar there for the deadlift looked quite impressive. How much are you pulling these days? Very good. Robert Pacino's here. Good old Eliza the Vegan. Do subscribe to her. Don't you dare get in my light, woman.
You do this to me all the time.
Yeah, well, I don't like it.
Which website?
Jesse Salazar's in the house. John Doe. The Funky Salamander. Dan! He's here. Derek. He's not even right. John Hench looked looking yoked in today's video. God damn, thank you. The weird thing is, I've been eating maintenance calories for months. My strength's going up, so I guess I'm leaning out like a little bit as I'm putting a bit of mass on. I don't know.
And do check out the latest vlog that just went up this afternoon.
Yes, please, because no one else is.
We have a real great time. We go somewhere real special. And also, just if you're looking for food inspiration, we make 2 really nice recipes in that video.
Word up. Fred Flint, good to see you again. 2 months vegan and can finally breathe. Well, that's got to be better, hasn't it? Good old Anchorad is here. Oh, my God. YouTube's not liking emojis at the minute.
Aww.
What can we do about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think there is someone I can moan to. What are they called? Partner, YouTube partner.
Okay.
Creator partner. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Can you get me that pad?
Yep. Tell someone off.
Yeah.
It's not good enough, is it? We need a man.
Partner manager. That's it. YouTube partner manager.
I don't know.
Right. So I shall get in touch with those and tell them sort it out, or I'll destroy you.
Is this like a little break? Should I turn it down a little?
No, it's perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
In my view. What do I know? Everything. Jesse's planning out the yoga for the next 3 months. Nice. Crystal Moe in the hizzy. Not seen you for a while. How are you doing, my lovely? Stabe 2001. Hi, my mum wants to train to be a plant-based nutritionist. Are there any courses you would recommend? The only one that I've heard of being any good is the eCornell online plant-based certification. Hey, that's very good. And how cool of your mum. And I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Have I? Whereabouts are you? And how's the vegan scene? What a cool mum. I said that twice. Hello everyone from my Mount Fudge and I from Angharad.
Nice.
Nully's in the hizzy. Good to see you. Our porter was 105 kilos, not my max, but I need straps. Yeah, that is the limiting thing, isn't it? Once you get so heavy, is the old finger strength. Amber Migley in the house. Ahoy to you. How are you doing? Whereabouts are you? How's the vegan scene? There where you are. Lieutenant Mayan, good to see you. Robert Pacino, thanks for your guide. Did you download our nutrition e-guide? Enjoy. In case some of you haven't heard about it, it's completely free and it's just a complete overview of all the basics, everything you need to know not to F up being a healthy vegan. Well, the link's down there, free e-guide.
Yeah, you have a little bit about weight loss and muscle gaining, don't you? Like, so how to work out your calories and your protein needs, and some foods like you really should be eating or really shouldn't be eating if you want to have like a slim waist and like a healthy heart. Yeah, get it. It's good stuff.
Aslan, good to see you. Gemma's very quiet, using one mic, says Derek.
Oh.
Yep, I've put it near Gemma's gob now, so hopefully that'll solve that problem. Plant-based well-being. Hey, Paul and Gemma, working from home while listening to you two lovelies. What are you doing? And welcome.
Yeah, well,
James Marno, you smashing pair of people attending the vegan camp out this month. We certainly are. We're counting down the days.
yeah.
We have created a Facebook group for anyone who wants to meet up. We'll either one or both of the days. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll do a little meet up, so we can all do like a big photo together, like a group photo.
Yeah.
And if you've got any camo, like say just a hat or a jacket or bag or something, bring it along, and just so we'll have a bit of group coherence. But don't go out of your way to buy something if you haven't got it. It don't really matter. I just thought if a few people have got that might look pretty cool. And hope to meet you all. Come and say hello, please. I love to meet all our lovely supporters.
Join the Facebook group. Yeah. It's getting really busy in there now. It's nice. I like seeing what everyone's eating and getting up to and stuff.
Yeah. And you're welcome, Angharad. And I missed your emoji use also. Can everyone else use the Hench Herbivore emojis if you're channel members, please? Can you do a check?
Try it
I
out.
suppose that'd be important information to tell YouTube.
Yeah.
Our porter, in exciting news, currently in the process of setting up a Minecraft server. For all the lovely people in the Hench Herbivore Discord. How does that work? I've never played with other people on Minecraft. Can you like chat? What do? Do you like team up, or like do you just pee each other off? Like, what's the haps? Hello, Michael Jackson. Good to see you. Mersey, hey guys, do you use nutritional yeast? We're never not using it. I find it gives me terrible gas. That's I've not heard of that being a thing before.
There's a certain type of gut issue where people shouldn't have it, isn't there? Didn't Dr. Gregor once say?
Oh, yeah. Is it meant to be bad for people with Crohn's or something?
Okay.
I think.
That's the only thing, isn't it? I think that we've heard.
Yeah.
When it might cause a problem. But we're all different, aren't we? You
Yeah.
know, so yeah. I guess don't have it.
Jim, evening Hench. Gemma, I hope you're well. I noticed your Berkey Waterfield in one of your videos as I binge watch your videos. Thank you. I couldn't tell you how long it's from.
We still have it. We use it all the time, every day. It's good. We bought it like, would you say, at the start of our veganism? So probably had it at least 8 years, would you say now? Yeah, it will last a lifetime. You know, you only just replace the filters every few years,
We're drinking it now.
Every 5 to 10 years or so for us, depends on usage. And to replace them is like £250-ish, so it's really reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cheapest way of getting like quality water.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do still use it, and good investment. Good for you. Nice. Enjoy. Plant-based wellbeing. I support people with serious mental illness to lead a healthier lifestyle. Good for you. That's very cool. I love it. Fern Cochrane in the hizzy again. Dan's got full use of the emojis, as has Pomo Dorino. So I don't know why poor Angharad's being left out. And Stacey. What the hell's going on? Sort it out, YouTube.
I wonder if Angharad should just maybe like sign out of YouTube and sign in again sometime, or a sort of turn it off and on again type of a deal. That sometimes helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If it's just happening to you.
Stupid YouTube. Super chat. Morpheus, you kind soul. $5 on the super chat. Hench, when are you finally going to try ayahuasca? Lol. When this one, we'll go back in time, and she hasn't put me off it for life by describing it as having gone through the blender dimension and spent several months suffering terrible trauma from her last trip, probably.
Yeah, yeah. It was the best part of a year before I fully sort of felt like I got over that. And maybe it was the best for me in the long run. I needed to go through everything, that sort of came up and happened from it. But it was the toughest time of my entire life, and I would not do it again. So you can see how that could put someone off, couldn't you? It's not like I had several experiences and one was that hard, but the rest were okay. It's just my first ever one was really, really hard. That's why I really advise people, don't take it lightly. I watched a lot of videos of people's trips and thought okay, it can be really hard, but that's okay. Those ones might be some of the best ones in the long run in terms of, healing, but it was harder than I ever imagined it possibly could be, and it's too much for me. Yeah.
I can't imagine myself wanting to do it anytime soon, but I would like to give DMT a try, which is obviously the similar molecule, just a lot faster acting. So
shorter, yeah.
Might just be nice to have a little short sojourn. I'm sure if that goes wrong, you can feel like you're near an eternity anyway. Excuse me. I've got the hickey ups.
We're all so unique, and I don't think you've got sort of bad trauma in the way that I have. So, maybe it's not so likely that you'd have such a bad experience like me. But yeah, it's scary. It's scary to have a bad experience, and then scary for the people who have to hear and see the aftermath of that, I suppose. Yeah.
Right, where the hell were we? Stave, okay, I'll tell her about it. I'm a 4-year vegan after everything's nice, but it's in the past few days I learned about oil from your video. We're all trying to go as oil free as possible. Good for you. That's huge.
We talk about that in the free guide, all about oil, if you don't have it. And also in the course that we brought out, we have a whole module on oil-free living. So we talk all about oil and why you shouldn't have it, and then how to live without it. So we show you practically, we show you how to steam fry, how to cook crispy chips without oil. We talk about how to bake, all that kind of stuff that you need to know. Isn't there?
All that jazz.
Yeah.
Angharad, we're so sad and really hope that you will have a great time at Camp Out. So Angharad's not going because medical conditions getting worse. Can we all please send Angharad some love?
Yeah.
Because I'm really sad that I'm not getting to meet her now.
Yeah.
Maximum love, please. Walk factor 9, Mr. Sulu.
Love. It's not nice when you're looking forward to something and then you have to feel disappointment that it's not going to happen now. So, yeah, I really feel for you on that one.
Yeah, that really saddened me to hear that.
Yeah. He had a tear in his eye and everything.
Shut up. Our Porter, it's pretty fun playing as a group. Nice. Fan 94. I wonder if veganism affects male to female, I guess transgender individuals, considering the effect it has on Standard amount of meat, higher estrogen doses, perhaps. Vegans don't have higher estrogen. That's nonsense. Vegans have higher testosterone. So I don't know if you're just a troll or whatever, but I'm watching you. Sarah Roberts in the hizzy. Patek, Hench, do you trust the COVID vaccine? Number one, I don't talk about vaccines in here because it just ruins the chat. Everyone falls out. And number two, I don't trust anything or anyone completely, if I'm honest, apart from Gemma.
Oh.
And that's probably to my bloody detriment.
Yeah, I'm the sneakiest one.
Angel Keeper in the hizzy, good to see you. Perpetually annoyed. Hello. Mearsy. Yeah, I saw that Dr. Greg episode. I should rewatch it. I thought he mentioned celiac in that video too, which I wondered if it bothered you. Yeah, I've never had an issue with nutritional yeast, and that basically is a single-celled mushroom, so it's nothing to do with gluten or whatever. So why is it celiac? Is it definitely celiac?
Didn't think it
no,
was
Crohn's. Sorry, Crohn's we were talking about, weren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, but you thought it was celiac, right? Sarah, that shirt is really super cute on you, Gemma.
Oh, thanks.
I was hoping you were talking about my new Tidal shirt. I think that's quite a nice fit.
It is a nice fit. Make room for the gains.
Gainesville, mother alphas.
Traps for days, traps for weeks.
Don't you open that trap door, because there's something down there. Did it, bam. Ben Clark, Hench, what's your training split? Upper body push, upper body pull, and then I don't actually do weight training on my legs. I do hill sprints on my bicycle, and then I repeat that twice per week. So push, pull, legs, and then Saturday off, like active recovery. We'll do a couple of sort of big walks. Transistor Just subscriber, going to the channel. Thanks for joining, and thanks for a great question there, Ben. Anchorad, should I try a different device logged in for the emojis? Worth a go. White Eye, what's your thoughts of government trying to push for mandatory vaccines? Not the goddamn thing. Not on here anyway. I don't want everyone to fall out. Nelly, Gemma and Hench, I know you both eat very healthy, but are there any foods you eat that are not quite as healthy? I eat healthy, but I love Earth Balance cheddar cheese squares once in a while. I certainly wouldn't eat anything with coconut oil in it. We don't tend to eat junk.
Depends what you mean by unhealthy. We've all got a different perspective. I remember once a while back, someone said to me, like, they said, "Oh, what's the unhealthiest thing you eat?" And I, Sean and Lorraine, we were talking about that, and I said, "Oh, I eat maybe some slightly unhealthier things now and then." And he was like, "What do you think's unhealthy?" And I was like, "Oh, gluten-free rolls." And he was really laughing, But to me, because they're like, got some additives and it's not a whole grain, I considered that to not be so healthy, So it really depends. We've all got a different perspective's not really the right word, but a different gauge or So I mean, what would you consider to be unhealthy? Like,
if I'm out and about and like there's literally nothing else, like I might eat something like less than stellar. Like I say, I will always avoid like coconut oil, palm oil, things like that. But I try not to because I just like feeling really bloody well. To be honest,
we don't deliberately have cheat meals or cheat like things, do we? We just eat stuff that's not as optimal as we'd eat at home if we need to for the convenience, if we're out. So when we go to the camp out, we won't, we're not going to take all the... We used to just take our own food in tubs when we went to things like one day, like vegan, festivals and stuff. But if we're going away for a few days, we're not going to bring all our own food. Well, there one festival we did, didn't we? We brought jars of soup, potatoes, a hob to cook them on. But that was such a nuisance. But anyway... Yeah, my point is, like, this year, we're not going to bring a backpack full of food. We're just going to get what we can, and we just try our best. We look at all the options available, and then we say, okay, like, what is here that's not fried? We don't usually eat that. Like, so we just think, okay, usually I'll go for something like sushi wraps with avocado and rice, because that's like all good stuff.
It might be like white rice, for instance.
Yeah, that's a good point. So that would be something we'd consider to be...
I'd certainly seek to avoid sugar now, really big time, because of what I found out about Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah. Well, we have those. So they at the camp out they have these. They get like a fruit and then they like blend it up. Yeah, it's just a fruit. It's not they're not juicing it, are they? It's the fibres in there. So watermelon, they scoop it out,
smoothie,
put it into a Vitamix.
Oh, I was thinking I won't be able to have that this year, but I will, won't I?
It's the fibre still in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Lovely.
we've had those before at festivals. They're good. So we'd have that over like a sugary drink can of, some pop or whatever.
Perpetually annoyed. So much love in the chat. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I love you guys. You're awesome. Michael Jackson, sorry guys, but I love olive oil and everything. That's fine. Like, as long as I ain't got to read it, I don't give a shit. You do what you want. Thank you, Sarah. Your shirt is very nice too. Thank you. Plant-based wellbeing. Saw your interview with David Duke. What a lovely guy, brutal but lovely. Yep. Could nutritional yeast problem be from candidiasis? No, I don't think so. Candidiasis. No, that's like a sugar-eating bacteria, isn't it?
Yeah, that's if you've got like fat and sugar in your system, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that shouldn't be anything to do with nutritional yeast, but I see why you might make that connection. Runa, do you or your beautiful lady do yoga as well? I do it on the daily. I do 3 rounds of sun salutations as a bit of mobility work pre-workout.
Now, I do not. There's a lot of things that I would like to do. Still slightly recovering my health. I do some cycling or walking every day, which I feel really pleased about. But yeah, and sometimes I get into a bit of weight training, like body weight stuff. But no, I don't really do yoga. I would like to. It's good stuff, isn't it? Really good. A lot of nights I tend to do some back stretches. I guess that would be some couple of yoga like type moves perhaps, but more stretching. Yeah, to keep my back in good nick.
Jib, go back slightly. My friend has tried DMT a few times. Last week for 20 minutes. He said it's very intense, but some research has shown him. Lots of people seem to have a shared trip. Yeah, that's. I've heard a few anecdotes of that. What about that comedian guy? That was DMT, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That comedian, and he said that in in the sort of DMT world, he's got this purple gypsy girlfriend, and supposedly he had said nothing to his mate, but then his mate had a hit like the next day or the next week. He was sitting him, and when he came round, he said, "Oh, Dave, they really love you in here, don't they?" And he said, "Yeah, like you feel really loved." No, specifically, like they really love you. Like that purple gypsy lady was like asking after you.
That's so funny.
So that's quite interesting. Wind Waker, hey Paul, just finished your latest video. Thank you. At least someone watched it. You mentioned that palm oil is bad for the environment, health, but there's at least one exception. Rapunzel palm oil, it's not bad for the environment, and they even claim it's not bad for health. They are complete bullshitters, I'm sorry to say. Maybe there's some producers like them out there. Number one, my understanding is that the palm oil industry is self-regulated. So, and for them to say like it's sustainable, they only have to agree to make it sustainable within the next 10 years. That's my understanding. I'm not saying that none of it is sustainable, but apparently the vast majority of it is complete BS. Palm oil, it's got the long and very long chain triglycerides that give you, cardiovascular disease like atherosclerosis, coronary heart disease, number one killer of humans. There's no way that palm oil is healthy, and whoever these people are, they're just talking complete nonsense. And I hope you don't fall for these people without like evidence. Well, I guess if you look at all the evidence, like they're wrong. Do you know what I mean? So you need to look at the available balance of evidence to see where is it weighted, and it's exponentially more evidence that stuff is horrible for us. And any studies that say it's fine for us, follow the money. I'll bet you like £1 to a penny is funded by the palm oil industry. Amber, what's your opinion on nut butters without added palm oil, like natural as possible? Yeah, so if it's whole like nuts or seeds, Yeah, far better. The only detriment is you get about 20... Well, it depends whether you're bulking or trying to remain the same size or trying to lose weight. You get 20% more calories from a nut or seed butter versus eating the whole nuts and seeds. And also you get less fibre and like resistant starch and things to feed the good gut bugs, because it's so finely ground. A lot more of it gets into the bloodstream. And not into the hind gut, where into the colon, where the good bacteria live. So, always better to eat the whole nuts. And oftentimes, generally, these are roasted, which adds to the advanced glycation end products. It like makes them like high fat and high protein foods are high in advanced glycation end products anyway, which advance the aging process for all the tissues of your body. But when they're superheated, they are like increased threefold. So, better off sticking to whole, like unroasted. But, it's not to say I don't have a couple of tablespoons, like fairly often. So, do as I say, not as I do. I don't blame you, Richard. Michael Jackson, are you too old, Paul? What do you mean too old? You cheeky bugger. What does that mean? As a 12-year-old. To watch the Trapdoor on BBC. Oh, was I too old to watch it back then? Yeah, probably. But what can I say? I'm a big kid. Back, feed me. Oh, globbits.
Don't know it.
What? Well, at least we've got something to watch after the show now.
No.
You'll love a bit of it.
Sounds bad.
Anchor, I tried the emojis on a different device and still gone. Maybe I've used too many. Yeah, you probably worn them all out.
Oh.
And yeah, there is too much junk at Camp Out, Eliza. That is the trouble. As then, Hench Gemma, is there any structure to this time schedule? No. We're trying to come on at 7 p.m. Today, dinner got protracted, and then so we did our walk late. Normally, it will be 7. But
It used to be 6, but now it is 7.
Yeah.
So whatever time zone, you used to, whatever time you used to be used to us coming on, it's an hour later.
So despite me just saying no, I've actually had to correct myself and say yes, it's meant to be 7 p.m. I was in the mornings, I was coming on at random times. I think I've decided to knock the morning ones on the head, at least for now, because they were getting really quiet. And I'd probably be better off putting more time into videos. So I think I'm going to try to stream every evening around 7, but probably knock the morning ones on the head. I may do one over the weekend perhaps and just see if it does a bit better on the weekend. But yeah, 7 p.m. GMT by and large. Rena, that's awesome. Hench, and I'll show you your health improves. Promptly love. I sure hope your health improves. Nice, thank you. Karen, do you recommend drinking distilled tap water rather than just from the tap? Yeah, anything other than tap water, really. So we have a filter that takes out the chloride, etc. But yeah, distilled water is great as well. Angel, my friend went to buy a juice the other day instead of a smoothie. I couldn't help myself and shouted free sugars at her. Then he explained, good. You may have saved their life. It's the biggest killer of UK residents now is Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, Joe Rogan does love his DMT. That's a very true to say. So mine's here. Good to see you again. So one of the surprising things that's happened since I became vegan is people assuming I'm eating unhealthy and having to explain a healthier whole foods version. Yeah, there's very few healthy eating vegans around. So,
but not many years back, it would have been the other way round. Like vegans would
yeah,
have been eating.
There's all you could get was healthy stuff. Yeah.
And there wouldn't have been many vegans just eating, say, like chips or something, But now, there's so many products. So it's kind of good that they exist, but also not good if vegans are still dying of heart disease. It's the same as, non-vegans. It's a shame.
Foxy Blonde, hey, how are you? How's things up in Scotland today? Zephyrus, I heard of replacing palm oil with other oil would be worse for the environment. I haven't heard that. I don't know. You may need to provide evidence. I don't know.
He doesn't know everything, okay?
I don't know everything. Angrad's enjoying the course. Oh, yeah, good. I'm glad,
Good.
you're enjoying that.
Very good. Where have you got up to? We can see on there, on the site we host it on, where people have got to. We can see if people have,
so don't lie.
finished it. If they finished it, or if they halfway through it. Yeah, we can see it.
Or if they haven't bloody bothered at all.
It's interesting.
Foxy Blonde, lovely to see you both. Have you met Foxy Blonde before? She's a lovely Scottish lass, around my age.
Well, I recognise the name, but when you stream, I'm sitting right there on the sofa and I hear all the names you're saying, so I can't remember if it's because I've chatted and seen
Shut up!
or if it's because you've said the name. But hi, you shut up.
Angrad's found a cowboy emoji replacement. That's good. Alex Pop, is peanut butter as good as almond butter? Which is the best butter? As far as it stands, I would say that probably almond butter is better because it's got more omega-3. It's got a good amount of vitamin E. Peanut butter has got a horrendous 3:6 ratio and is it's got quite a lot of saturates. So, and again, it's not to say that you shouldn't ever have it, but you know, I would choose moderation.
Oh no, Eliza the vegan is now felt obliged to say she's not started the course yet because she's been really busy. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
I'm sorry that we said that.
I was gonna check up as well.
We're not criticising anyone or checking up.
We've actually not checked up on anyone, in fairness.
Yeah, you do it in your own time, and thank you for buying it. You lovely person.
Amazing. I made my own. I wondered when she was going to apologise for that. I made my own walnut butter the other day and it was so simple.
Oh.
I never buy store-bought. Again, good for you.
Never tried walnut butter, have you?
Have you? No.
Oh, I didn't know I was saying it funny.
Simone, what's everyone's thought on... I'm going to think you meant to say swatting flies. Because I don't want to, but man, they are everywhere. Right, Simone, get yourself some glass.
Do you mean fruit flies? Does she mean fruit flies?
Well, I think it'll work with any fly, won't it? If the hole's big enough. Get yourself some glass jars. Get some fruit scraps in the bottom. Get some tin foil. You might want to put an elastic band. Just make a lid out of some tin foil and just poke some fly-sized holes into that. Instant fly trap. Just set a few of those around the kitchen. Don't leave your fruit out is the main thing really if it's fruit flies.
You got ripe fruit and you want to do that trick that
you're basically asking for it.
It won't work if there's... So say you got a load of ripe bananas, just put them in the fridge for a few hours while you do the glass trick to get rid of them. And if it's like large flies, how are they getting in? And we have a back door open all day so Cowboy can go out, and we've got this net thing. It's like a pole you put up on the door.
Get your hand out of my light.
And then it's got, you know, like these little tassely things on it.
Tassely things?
You kind of know what I'm saying, don't you? One of those fly net things. What we've got on the back door.
Fly net?
You know it. Yeah, and it stops them coming in the first place.
Never heard of it.
That's what we do.
Hi Lolly, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
Oh, and also, I've got this great thing. It is...
A bam.
It's meant to be like a spider catcher, but it's got a little motor on it and it sucks them up. It's got like a little hole and it sucks them up. And we were getting ants and I found it really helpful for them because they're so small. You can hurt them really accidentally. So we were using it to suck up the ants. Yeah, and flies are obviously easier to get hold of, but I found that there's sometimes some flies, the little ones, I can use this little sucker thing and hoover them up and then I put them outside again. So I got that on Amazon. It was called a spider catcher.
Amber's enjoying a cheeky dollop. That's good to hear. Plant-based wellbeing. Thanks. Just use that amazing research to Google, and you're right about the niche. You guys are good. Thank you. Ever get the smelly tofu toots? I tried tempeh much better. No, I don't understand why that would be a thing. Really, you would think that without the fibre, there'd be less of an issue.
You think you'd get it more with like beans instead of umami?
Yeah, or like. Well, tempeh is fermented, isn't it? So that helps break it down. Or are you going to fire up the spider catcher?
I'm just going to show you the...
Fire it up.
But anyway, yeah.
Do it near the mic. The mic's here. That's the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Do it near the mic.
So Yeah, got
suck
a battery.
it. Suck the mic.
You just suck up your insects into there, and then you just let them out. It's really cool.
You're really cool. James is in the hizzy, and yep, good point. Oh, hang on. I missed loads of people. How did that happen?
That missed people.
Karen, if I have to eat meat substitutes, you don't have to. That's a false dichotomy. That's not even a dichotomy, that's a one-cotomy. If I have to eat meat substitutes, why would that be a thing? I don't get it. If I have to eat glass or dog turds, which should I choose? None of them. Which types are least harmful? Okay, so yeah, I think like the mock meats are the real horrible ones, but like things like tempeh. Oh no, sorry. Well, I suppose tempeh is kind of in that realm, isn't it? And tofu. But I quite like a bit of seitan. Some people say that high amounts of gluten could potentially be harmful, and that's probably true. But at least it doesn't have all the oils and nonsense and like heme iron and particularly coconut oil. Mm. So I would go for something like that, or TVP, textured vegetable protein. Mm. But really and truly, I would only be eating that as a bodybuilder, which, you know, I do eat a couple of servings of that. But were I not bodybuilding, I would be eating none of those. Just, you know, you do you. Like, we've all got a different risk aversion, and I just think I want to live the longest, happiest, healthiest life I can. My little caveat is while being huge and ripped, so that's going to shorten my life anyway. But I think if I wasn't doing the bodybuilding, then, you know, I would I would just seek to sort of optimize. And, you know, it's not that you miss out, because you actually enjoy the taste of real foods like even more, so you don't miss out on anything, but you get to feel amazing. Aslan, when's the next video coming out, and what's it going to be about? So I just dropped a what I eat in a day video. I'll probably have a day off tomorrow. And then I don't know what's next. I don't know. Oh, we need to do a follow-up video with my son, Luke. I'm Darth Vader.
You kind of just go with what you're inspired to do sometimes. And then if anything's trending, or you can respond.
I kind of see if anything, you know, response videos tend to do well. So I see if there's anything to respond to. I'm really hot, excuse me.
It is really hot, isn't it?
Yep. I probably should have done an ad for Tidal. That top I had on, this by Tidal, they're well good. It's bamboo. They care about coral reefs and oceans and that. Real nice couple of lads. I had a chat with them yesterday. Yeah. Really nice people. Really nice quality products. TYDL capitals at Tidal on Instagram. Please give them a follow. Tell them Henchy sent you for the good stuff. Nicolau in the hizzy, good to see you again, and Vegan Noah, of course. 12:20 p.m. where Vegan Noah is. It's 8:23 p.m. now in the UK. Angel, how is cow's milk butter allowed to be labelled that they reduce cholesterol? What? But not the plant-based ones. How is cow's milk butter allowed to be labelled that they... Oh, so it's been processed to reduce cholesterol, but not the plant-based ones. Real plant-based ones contain 0 cholesterol. So I'm sure, I mean, they can say cholesterol-free if they want to or whatever. Maybe they should if they're not. What they don't tell you is cholesterol doesn't have that big of a bearing on serum cholesterol. Dietary cholesterol doesn't actually raise it all that much. However, saturates do, and butter is full of saturates. So what a bunch of dumbasses. Are we miles behind?
I don't think you're miles behind.
I think we are quite a way behind. Oh, no, it's not too far.
Yeah. I think you're fine.
Dan, I've been watching some Sferage. I managed to hold my lunch in. How on earth is he not dead yet from food poisoning or vitamin D deficiency? Oh, that's easy. He drinks orange juice, which is one of the leading free sugars risk factors for dementia.
Don't eat fruits and vegetables, but you can have orange juice.
Yeah, and he has had just been privy to a bit of food poisoning, and what did he ate some bone marrow, and that like messed him up, didn't it? Yeah, he's a very silly boy.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Wind Waker, taken from their website, they provide evidence. No problem with deforestation, 100% organic.
It sounded like he used to work in an organic store, so...
They don't mention the heart disease. No, they won't.
People were sometimes aggressive
Thanks.
that he sold palm oil. He just wanted everyone to be informed that not everything about it is bad.
Yep. Just if you eat it. Michael Jackson, are green olives good for vegans to consume every day? I think, are they pretty much all in brine? In which case, like, no, because of the salt. As a hench, wouldn't meat substitutes be healthier than the flashes, based off since they don't contain any cholesterol? So again, cholesterol, it does raise the risk factor for heart disease, but only a fraction of that of, like say, the long and very long chain triglycerides, so those specific types of saturated fat like palmitic acid. Unfortunately, like many of these meat substitutes contain coconut oil, like lots of it. So they can actually be worse than the beef that they substitute, in fact, for heart disease risk.
Same as the vegan cheeses. They all seem to be made from coconut oil, don't they? It's a real shame. You can get ones made from cashews and almonds and stuff, you know. But you don't see them. You don't tend to see those really in supermarkets, do you? It's more like the hard cheese, the really hard cheese ones that are coconut oil based. Yuck.
Yuckity yuck. Anchorad, we had your lentil bolognese tonight, so delicious. Oh god damn emoji.
Nice. We have that quite a lot.
Very
don't
good.
we?
Yeah, that's tasty. I like a little bit of nooch on there.
Yeah.
Tasty. General Mooncat and the Hizzy.
Hey.
Subscribe to that cat. He is fantastic. He's the best people.
Yeah. We'll see you soon at the camp out. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet Jeff. I can't.
Yeah, Jeff. Simone, is anyone doing a Lidl haul for Vegan Week? What this means?
What's Vegan Week?
What's Vegan Week? Why don't I know about it?
Is it a special thing Aldi are doing?
We're basically
Or
the
Lidl?
king and queen of veganism, and we go in Lidl a lot. What's going on? Why don't we know?
I was confused Lidl and Aldi all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're doing some special Vegan Week, we should document it.
Yep. Joes, have you both had Goji Man's help? Yes. And how did it go? So fantastic. Are the benefits long lasting? Yes. Or do you think it's easy to reverse back to poor butt health?
Depends if you go back to your old ways and things that led you to that bad gut health in the first place, I would say.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned because I had the old SIBO thing, which he kindly treated for me in short shrift. He's amazing. I can't speak highly enough of him. And where was I then going with that? Oh yeah, I was wondering, like, oh, how the hell did I get it? Like, it doesn't seem to be very well understood. But then I was reading about if you like really overload the gut and like really often, like without like good gaps in between your meals. So I've gone from 4 to 3 meals a day with like at least a 3-hour, 45-minute window between them, and then probably like a 13-hour, generally like a non-feeding like window. So food free, and yeah, I mean that was maybe 3 years ago now, and it's not come back. So very good. He's been helping you a fair bit as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, I've got.
You've been doing some exploration, haven't you?
Seemed like I had gut issues, but actually it's my pancreas. I've been seeing a doctor, but you know it was Simon's idea for me to pursue certain avenues in the first place that they weren't pursuing. And he advised me to go on a low FODMAP diet while I was figuring things out, and that got rid of all the pain that I was having. So if it wasn't for him saying that, I would have been in a lot of trouble, you know. So yeah, he's helped me a lot, and he really knows his stuff. Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
Oh God. Anharad, how is Minecraft going? Yeah, pretty good. I keep getting, quite far, like really getting the good armor and all that. And then every now and again, you're doing some dungeoneering or some like caving, and then like there's a weird bit, and you like just fall down a bit you weren't expecting, and then you're in the middle of a load of creepers, and like you just get blown up like all of a sudden. So I've had to sort of restart like three or four times. I think it might be 3 times. But now I'm really well set up with loads of like iron and good stuff. So it don't really matter too much if that happens again. But yeah, what a fantastic game that is. I love it.
Cowboy.
I find it quite meditative almost. Get out my bloody light.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ, Blair.
Cowboy. Oh no, now I've upset
No,
the
you
robot.
upset the robot. He's got a name.
I'm sorry, so cleans a lot. Cowboy wanted to say hello.
Stacey, you really like the background. It's making me want to travel though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice.
it'll do that to you. Wind Waker, well, thanks for managing to read all of my messages together, even the organic store one. You're welcome. And we love you. You're a lovely person. And I hope I didn't offend you about palm oils.
Cowboy. Cowboy's gone needy.
Aslan, does having for example, a tablespoon of coconut oil once or twice a week have any lasting impact on oneself if the rest of the food consumed is whole foods? I don't know that science has been done. I can't really tell you. What I can tell you is it's not optimal. So, the main thing, isn't it, is a coronary heart disease. So to avoid that, right, the top plant-based doctors say, really, you want to be below 70 milligrams per deciliter serum LDL. Or maybe like really optimal might be 57, as low as that. And that's very hard to do if you're eating any appreciable amounts of animal products, like coconut products. Like where, there will be an amount where like perhaps you are below that, but you're still adding to like your Alzheimer's risk. Like that's now the biggest killer of UK residents. I just think why, just why it's, it's certainly not optimal. Maybe you cut like, I don't know, a week off your life or something. It's not that much if it's just, say, a tablespoon a week. Like, I don't know. Like, the science hasn't been done. I don't know that it'll ever really be done. But I just think why risk it? Like, it's not that great, really. It's certainly not as healthy. Imagine like there's quite a lot of calories. And imagine if you got some cancer trying to take hold, but had you have eaten some more whole foods, maybe you would have had enough antioxidants to like thwart it. But instead you had like this coconut oil because you just felt like that. So it's not just like the negative effects, it's the opportunity cost of not eating something better as well. So it's kind of doubly bad, really. I think it's likely... I don't know. I think it's likely that you might get away with it potentially. But then again, you might lose a couple of years, and you might be at a stage in life where, say, you're really enjoying your grandkids, you want to be around for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, is it worth it? Is it worth it, is what I'm asking. Polish vegan and the Hizzy, good to see you. We're very good. Catherine Green, just made stew wraps you made on your channel. The folded. Yeah, they're quite versatile.
They're cool.
Huh?
You can just put any kind of sauce, like flavourings, vegetables you want in those. Yeah, they're really. We should make them again. They were nice.
Million, how to build best muscle meal plan? ? Are you asking like if I write plans or where you can find one, or what? I'm not exactly sure what your question is. I've got a lot of what I eat in a day videos on the channel. I don't write plans anymore. If anyone's looking for a nutrition plan, I would say to speak to my friend Corinne Sutton on Instagram at KORINSUTTON.
We've got a, don't know how to point to it anymore. Oh God. I've changed sides. We've got a nutrition course. There's probably like 70 or 80 recipes in that, and it tells you all the macros. If you're watching macros and want to know about calories and protein,
yeah, I
all
mean
that
you
stuff,
will want to, if you will. So we've got the where do you get your protein cookbook is in there.
Yeah.
So that's great for like high protein meals to support your goals. And then if you need lots of calories, also the desserts book, Virtuous Vegan Desserts, really tasty desserts, but healthy, just made with like fruits and nuts and all good stuff, oats and things.
Like
yeah, a lot of tofu. So and the books as well. The 2 cookbooks are available separately, or you could. Is it buy one get one half price at the minute?
Yeah.
Link below for the cookbooks and that course. And our free e-guide if you want to check that out as well, which is a good overview of all the basics of like muscle building.
Yeah, in the course you have a whole module on muscle building and recomposition and a module on fat loss, don't you? Just all your years of knowledge just distilled down in a like easy to digest kind of way, isn't it?
Succinct.
Yeah.
But on the channel there's loads of free recipes and what I eat in a day videos. So.
Yep. Super chat.
Super chat. As that lovely Michael asks you again, he is so super generous. 15 Great British pounds and no question. That is so lovely. It just supporting his local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers at the kindness of his heart, and we love him. Thank you, brother.
Really, very generous.
What a guy.
What's his avatar? That's nice. Colourful. Is it a bird?
It's a porg.
It's hard to see when it's
It is quite small, isn't it? Yeah.
Colourful.
Why am I looking on here? I need to be looking on here. Million, is it good to stick to a meal plan? Yeah, I mean you need to be quite regimented with things to make sure. To fail to prepare is to prepare to fail is a really good phrase, and I think it's pretty apt. I don't stick to a specific meal plan because I like to vary things up for my health and for my general interest and enjoyment. But I basically, I've got a rough handle on the calories and kind of macros. And I mix the foods around basically.
I usually make the meals. So I know for him, for his needs, he has a can of legumes or 200 grams of tofu. And then he has 100 grams of grain or 500 grams of potato. And those things are a must in the meal, and then there can be any sort of vegetables or salad or whatever in there to make it into whatever I want to make it, like a soup or a chili or a stir fry or whatever, some kind of salad thing. And then also he has a certain amount of like fat, so I can think, okay, if I want to do some kind of recipe where there's like some tahini or nut butter or seeds or whatever, and I know I can
basically have 4 tablespoons of like nuts and seeds.
So that those stay kind of constant, don't they? But we mix it up as to what.
And the calories may be a little bit skew but I'm not cutting at the minute. It doesn't need to be. How many calories do I exactly need anyway? Like who really knows? But on aggregate, I'm staying the same weight, so I'm burning muscle. I'm burning fat, building muscle.
And you'll serve it with like a piece of fruit as well, won't you?
So I'll have about 70 odd grams of carbs from fruit as well at every meal.
So I might think that if I know that as well, I might think, okay, if I want to make the black bean and pineapple stew from where'd you get your protein book? I think, okay, that's got fruit in it, that's got pineapple, so I'll take that into account as that's his fruit is included in that meal, if you see what I mean. So it's kind of, it stays quite constant, doesn't it? And then if you go on a diet, you start like, say, maybe you don't have 100 grams of grains, maybe he has like 70 grams of grains at a meal or whatever. That's kind of how you tweak it, isn't it, over time? Yeah. I think it's quite boring if you have to stick to a specific plan and eat a certain meal like all the time. Can get, some people like it, I suppose, but I'd find it a bit boring. I like it if you can mix it up by varying the grain, swapping out for another one, or swapping the legumes or whatever. Like, it's a bit more fun that way.
Angel, there's a butter by a brand called Benecol. I know him, and it says proven to lower cholesterol. Oh, it lowers cholesterol. So that's like made with plant sterols and whatever. It's not plant-based. What? I'm a bit confused, if I'm honest. Benecol.
You'd think products these days wouldn't be able to make such claims, wouldn't you?
I mean, maybe. So it's got butter in it, has it?
Is it like compared to a
Yeah.
butter product that's much worse? Because they're allowed to do
That'll be.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
buttery taste. What are the ingredients? No, there is.
Yeah, here you go.
There's a
Mostly
little
rapeseed.
buttermilk powder, but it's mostly plant-based, I think. Oh, there's palm oil in there. Yuck. I've got to think that it would lower your cholesterol relative to someone who's eating the same amount of butter.
Because there was that
So
thing out.
that's really stupid. That's some horrible wording.
Yeah.
That's very
it's bad.
very misleading
Yeah.
and killing people. I don't know how people can sleep at night. I really don't.
Yeah. There was that thing with that study with eggs not so long back, and it was like, oh yeah, there's no risk if you eat eggs, you know. But actually, they just looked at people who were already eating some eggs and added one more egg in. Well, you know, maybe that might not make a difference. If you've got like a glass of water with loads of mud in it, and you add another drop of mud, you know, or quite a bit of mud, like, you're not going to see it, you know, compared to a clean vessel, being a whole foods plant-based vegan, and then you put the mud in, and then you notice it, you'd see it. So that was a misleading study as well. That's the kind of stuff they do. That's how they get away with it. And 'cause you hear, I used to hear a lot of people say, oh, you know, it's misleading. The studies are set up in a certain way, and I used to just think, oh, there's a bit of conspiracy theory. Like I used to just think, oh yeah, okay, but I don't really get it. I didn't really get it before, but now I've sort of seen it more explained, you know, from you and Dr. Greg and people. And now I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of get it. I see how they do that now, actually. And you know, if you think there's like millions or billions or trillions of pounds at stake for these industries, then it makes you see like, they've got a lot to lose if things are not favourable. So that's why they do it. It's bad though, really bad.
As then, 2 kittens coming 2 weeks from now. Family just not getting off of little ones. Yeah.
Oh.
I can understand that. Asitatas in the hizzy. Good to see you. Aslan, how different is air frying versus deep frying in terms of taste and texture? Well, it's not oily. It's not like oily greasy, so it's not the same experience, but it does get crispy, don't it?
It does get crispy. Not as crisp as frying, but if you just don't have fried food for a short time and then have it, you will think, yeah, this is really crispy and nice. One great thing in an air fryer is sweet potato fries. In the oven, they kind of just come out a bit soggy still. They never really crisp up, but in the air fryer, they do become nicer. They're not like really crispy or anything, but they are not soggy like they are in the oven. Yeah. I like doing kale chips in the air fryer as well. I like it because you can really control, like for kale chips, they'll burn so quick. Just cook them for like 4 minutes or something, you know, you have to keep an eye on them.
Now I want kale chips.
So like in the oven, it's harder to know the temperature's good and you've got to heat it up. But you know, the air fryer, you just put the exact temperature in right minutes and can be more controlled about it and not burn your precious kale chips.
Fern, I really hope you are vegan on Minecraft, and I'm afraid you will be disappointed. I can't be asked. Happily, it's just squares. Just different coloured squares on the screen. Bellend. Anyone drinking green tea? Angerad, we found our first 6 diamonds today. Nice. What are you making? I would recommend making a couple of diamond pickaxes. Keep one at base and have one on you. Oh, you can just mine so much blinking quicker. Acidata, is rice oil too bad? Yes, if you don't want to have an more optimal diet, which is not harming you in some way unnecessarily. Was that enough words?
Yeah.
Stick to the whole foods with the fibre and all the good nutrients. Plant-based powered in the hizzy. What's up, my fellow vegans? Giovanni, ciao. Ciao, Bella. Jack the Gamer, how much should I rest between sets? Does it matter? Yes. If you're doing strength training, up to 3 minutes. If you're doing hypertrophy, sort of 60 to 90 seconds, I would say. And that's about optimal. Any more, you're just sort of wasting your time. Any less on strength training, and you're not going to gain strength so well. Wind Waker, I'm offended about the palm oil. Just kidding. Hope I can join you at the camp out. We'll have some camo. Nice. Come to UK will be a bit difficult for me. We'll see. Whereabouts are you, Wind Waker? I forget.
Let's talk after that if they've sold out.
The tickets are sold out, but some people can't make it because of the COVID flight restrictions. So they are announcing every now and again some more tickets that are
Apparently
available.
there's like 120 or more on the waiting list though.
Oh.
Already. So
Right, I'll shut up then.
yeah, you might have missed your chance. Maybe not, but
God damn it.
But possibly. Yeah.
Steph, hello, you sassy vegans. Happy was a point in time, dearies. So joining made it all the same. We hope you're well, Steph. Good to see you as always. And you think you're burning muscle and building fat. Don't. Most people are, in fairness. Steph, my bestest friend forever asked me to watch her puppers again. And because I won't accept money to do so, she bought me £10 of black beans and £25 of rice. She knows me so well.
Wow.
Bless her.
That's nice.
Dan, my dad's 51, being a heavy meat eater for his whole life. Now he's been vegan for 2 weeks, but he's having a rough transition. Anything to help? Just do it slowly, you know. Maybe, particularly don't go completely whole foods. Like swap the meat out for like mock meats and, you know, vegan cheeses, and just needs to take a few short weeks, maybe like, I don't know, even 6 to 8 weeks. Just, you know, a little bit at a time. Take out, you know, more of the unhealthy foods, put in a bit more of the fibre-rich foods, and just take a few weeks to transition over. The gut microbiome needs to change. So he might think that his body can't handle it. What's really happened is he's set up a hostile gut environment by way of the types of bacteria that he's invited to live there. And they just take time to slowly change over as you change your eating habits, but change they will. So yeah, tell him to hang in there and just slow it down, perhaps.
Yeah, you could pay attention to which foods are particularly difficult for him. Like a lot of people struggle with legumes, so maybe don't go too heavy on legumes at the beginning. And yeah, any other foods that are a bit more challenging.
Vegemite, I heard the meat industry is misusing plant-based and sneaking in meat products. Well, meat would cost more than plant-based, so I don't really get why they would do that. Plant-based well-being. If green tea can lower / repair DNA damage when you consume it, do you think it was happening top on the skin? Are you sort of the deodorant? How are you getting on with your homemade deodorant? Really well. It's great, that homemade deodorant, isn't it?
Yeah, we've used it for years actually. Every now and again, like because I like shave my armpits every day. Every now and again, I get a little irritated. Ugh. I'd say like about every 2 months, I get a little sore from it. So I've got this other deodorant that I can't remember the name of it now, but it's really natural. It's got like clay or something. It hasn't got baking soda in it, which our one has. So I use that for 2 days. Then I go back to the other one, and then I continue using that for weeks and weeks, you know, and I'm fine. So yeah, some people have a slight reaction to baking soda on occasion if they're really sensitive. But that other natural one, like I don't just use that all the time because it was £15 for this tiny little tube. Tiny little amount. Like they can be really expensive, some of them. And I just thought, I'm not paying that much money for a bloomin' like tiny little deodorant. Yeah.
Do you think it could happen topically on the skin? Yeah, possibly. Possibly, yeah. It certainly wouldn't hurt you anyway. Steph's back to work. Sorry to hear that. Dave, is peanut butter bad? If you just got one which is just whole peanuts and nothing else, not so bad. I wouldn't go overboard on it because it's got a lot of saturates, relatively speaking. It's got a high omega-6:3 ratio. But if it's got any additives like palm oil, like salt, sugars, sugar might be in different names, maltodextrin, dextrose, like whatever. You know, that's horrible for your health at that point. Anchorad, at the moment we are saving the diamonds to make better things sooner, but maybe we'll make a diamond pickaxe. We're completely vegan in Minecraft. Wow, very good. Wish I had your patience. Also, I didn't know what I was doing, so I just needed to sort of survive the first night, really. Pardon me. Dave, do you guys have the How Not to Die cookbook? Yes. I would highly recommend it. It's all oil-free and very simple. We've not had a bad meal out of there, have we, in all fairness? No. Very, very tasty. Been vegan. Paul and Gemma, I hope you're both well. Advice on lowering my amylase levels. Why would you want to do that? I can't imagine. I don't know why it would be bad to have a lot of enzymes that break down starches. Unless you know something I don't. I've never heard of that being a problem. I've heard of people not being able to produce enough enzymes and then that causes an issue. Taylor, is molasses pretty healthy? No. I use it instead of syrup to drink or stir fries as a sweetener. Yeah, I mean, it does have minerals. Unfortunately, it's a free sugar devoid of fibre, so it raises your risk for Alzheimer's, the top killer at the minute of UK residents. And that's a horrible disease, so I wouldn't be messing with that anymore. I mean, again, like, if you were just having a tablespoon of that and that was the only sugar you were ever having, like, would it make much of a difference long term? We don't really know. So I would never say never, but I certainly wouldn't be eating it regularly personally, just in case. Jack the Gamer, do you have any videos on straight weightlifting? I'm a complete beginner, not sure where to start. Yeah, I've got a few. They never tended to do very well on the channel, so I didn't bother making too many. But I've actually got a playlist. If you type Hench Herbivore weight train or training playlist, or if you search my channel for playlists, you'll probably find them. You should be able to find them. Foxy Blind, Gemma, the best deodorant is the Body Shop Aloe Vegan at £5. I use all Body Shop vegan products, all well sized and very reasonably priced products.
Good to know. Thank you. I don't really tend to shop in there, but that's really good to know. Yeah, I look for stuff that's as natural as possible and not a ridiculous price. So yeah, thanks. I'll check it out. I'll probably just keep using like our one because you can make like a year's worth for like £1.50. It's like super good. But yeah, just every now and again I just get a little irritation, so I just stop having it for a couple of days. But great tip, thank you.
Vern Cochran, you shameful ex-vegan, how dare you? Taylor, dang, I eat a lot of sugar, better cut back. Please do, we like having you around. Plant-based powered, I was not saying about the price. I don't think this is for me. Plant-based powered, is sugar with fibre in it okay? Well, that causes us. So it's specifically refined sugar, that's the problem. So fruit is absolutely fine. But fruit juice without the fibre is not. Anchorad, we cook potatoes, eat carrots, beetroot and make bread from wheat. Very good. I'm too slow. Moon Cat's on there. Moon Cat's on the job. Wind Waker, would have tried a ferry if possible. Next time then. Yeah, I hope you can make it next time.
Usually, as soon as the camp out's done, they start selling tickets for the next year, like straight away. So, yeah.
Get in there quick.
Get in there.
Right, guys, we'll do 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. So get your comments or questions in. Yeah. Ananda, my dad has a form of Alzheimer's. I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, I can imagine how difficult that is because my mum's friend developed Alzheimer's, and that was hard. Bless you. You have my sympathy. Can we send some love, please, everyone?
Yeah. Is there anything that people can do to mitigate Alzheimer's symptoms?
You can certainly slow the progression. So yeah, I would really recommend Dean and Aisha Sherzai's book, The 30-Day Alzheimer's Solution. Details all the best protocols to, preferably avoid getting the disease in the first place, but certainly slow the progression. Rich Roll did have them on, and in his introduction, he did say about reversing some of it. But I wondered if he'd made a mistake because I didn't hear them talking about reversing it in the podcast.
Okay.
Unless I missed a bit, unless I zoned out or something.
But all the information would be in the book, wouldn't
But
it?
yeah.
Would it? Yeah. Yeah, some really nice recipes in that book as well.
Eliza, I'm looking after my boyfriend's mum's dog for a week. She's lovely. Oh. We like some dogs. Jack, oh my God, 117 videos. I'm excited to... Have I got 117 workout videos? I've not, have I? I thought I'd have about maybe a dozen or so if you're lucky. Weird. Been vegan, just had a blood test. The doctor said my levels were raised, but thanks for explaining it. What are we talking about again? I've forgotten. Where's Vin? Amylase. Right, doctor said my levels were raised. So they didn't say it was an issue or whatever, I'm guessing. It sounds like they should have been a bit more informative, bless you. And my guess might be, because you're vegan and you eat a lot of starch, maybe your genes have set themselves up to express more amylase than your average person who doesn't eat as much starch because they're eating dead bodies all the time and shit that comes out of animals. So that may explain it. I have it all the time. Or I used to have it when I had a lot of clients from the nutrition and stuff, and they'd come back really worried and say, my doctor said my white blood cell count is low. I'm really worried. And basically, your average omnivorous eater, their blood cell count is artificially raised because they've got chronic inflammation going on at all times because they're putting pro-inflammatory foods in their system, whereas a whole foods vegan will be below the average range. So it doesn't mean that you're sick. It just means that you're not constantly, your immune system's constantly having to work overtime.
So is it the average that was worked out is of a sick population?
Of a sick population,
so you're not
exactly that,
yeah.
You know some shiz.
Oh.
Bing.
Why, thank you.
Super chat. That's that lovely Angel. Oh.
Thank you.
I use a deodorant Crystal by Salt of the Earth. We used that before, haven't we?
We've tried that, I think. Yeah.
I found that I still stunk.
Yeah, it didn't work for me, any of those crystal deodorants.
I am a very smelly man, though.
When we first went vegan, we were getting into more natural things. We tried a lot of natural deodorants. Yeah, and our Fitbit was one of the few that worked. But then I looked at the ingredients and it was all really natural stuff.
And then she just ripped them off.
But about that, it's a bit expensive. And you couldn't travel with it very well because it would leak out the tub. And so, yeah, we just figured out our own natural sort of version, didn't we, really? But that's a great tip. Thank you. Yeah, I've heard other people say, my friend Carly, she uses a crystal, a stick-like thing.
Yeah.
Works great for her. But I never got on with them.
Some people are not as smelly as us, obviously.
Oh no, we're smelly.
Anyway, it's fragrance and plastic free.
I like
Obviously,
that,
everyone
yeah.
reacts differently. But that's the best I've found that keeps me from smelling.
Very
Angel,
good.
thank you so much for your generous super chat. You're always being super kind to us.
Yeah, thank you.
Bless you. Lovely people. Right, a couple more minutes and then we better start to wind down for bed, or we'll never get any sleep, basically.
Oh yeah, it's 9:00.
Should I just mention a little something?
I don't know what it is, so I can't say.
I just want to mention a little, because I've been telling you guys about our new business that we're going into, but I'm not allowed to say very much about it. So I'm not going to mention names or any specifics. But just to let you guys know that it's all going really well. And yesterday we had a meeting with, I think I told some of you guys already that we were going to have a meeting with this real key figure in the vegan movement. And anyways, he agreed to come on board our first project. So that is super exciting news. So things are moving forwards, just to let you all know. I can't really tell you any more than that. So I'm a bit of a tease.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but you will have to go home with a hard touch.
Yeah. You're an exciting news tease.
Yeah. Well, the reason I thought of that was because I remember, so it was quite late yesterday. in the evening we were chatting to him, and when he said he was coming on board, I was so excited. I thought, I'm never going to get to sleep. But I did actually manage to fall asleep all right last night. But then I woke up at like 5 a.m, remembered about that, and then that was it. I was like wide awake.
Oh, you excited people, and now they want to know more.
Sorry, everybody.
Blimmin' bugger.
I'm a bad person. You'll find out. You will find out.
In due course, but it might not be for a very long
time. But it might not be
time.
for up to a year.
One day we'll just say, bam,
boom.
Here's something.
Here we are. We're living here now. We're living it up like a couple of posh twits.
We're doing this and you're not.
I've got this golden throne and jewel-encrusted pimp cup.
Pimp stick.
And a pimp stick.
Oh, God.
Right, we should really go and do some other things. We need to wind down.
Have you joined our Facebook community? Have you?
Have you?
Have you?
Come on, you bellends.
Come. No, don't call them that.
No, you're lovely people.
They won't come over there. We don't call you bellends in that group.
Only if you don't join.
We never do. But join that.
You bellends.
We post like on the platforms on social media. It does not show all of your posts to all of your audience. It just doesn't. It doesn't. They want you to pay these days, to promote yourself more. It's just a small percentage of your audience sees the stuff that you post. So even if you follow Paul, you don't see all this stuff. So if you want to, we post stuff in there, like videos when they come out, and we announce when we're going to live stream. And people are just getting really chatty in there. There's hundreds of people in there now, all sharing their meals and what they're up to and stuff. So yeah, come over there and do download our free guide as well, because a lot of the stuff that Paul's been saying tonight is in the guide. We get asked a lot of questions the same each time, and so yeah, we've put a lot of that in the guide, haven't we? So that
yes,
it's just important stuff. Like if you're vegan, we want you to be well. We want you to be well. We want you to thrive. And if
we love you.
If you're not taking care of the stuff in that guide, that's just the minimum, the basics that you really need to know. If you're not taking care of that stuff, you definitely won't thrive, I'd say.
Can I just big up Vegan Mooncat? Can we have a round of applause for Vegan Mooncat tonight? There was this one guy, he keep coming in with different names, trying to upset everyone. I don't think any of you reacted to him. I think you all just blanked him, and Mooncat got rid of him really quick. He must be sitting in his mum's basement, really angry and
I feel sorry for him now.
Yeah, bless him. If you're still watching, don't be a twat. Just talk normally, and we'll talk to you all nice, and you can have a bunch of friends. You cut basically your little black and white squares, however you want to shape them. Just don't bother me. I'm sorry, mate. I really couldn't care less. But you don't have to act up to get attention here. You can actually be a normal human being and have a lovely conversation. You might even learn something and make some nice friendships instead of being a lonely loader on the lonely road and a complete bastard. All right, guys. Thanks, moderators.
Thanks to all the other moderators.
Again, as well, and not just Mooncat for keeping us troll-free. Thanks for the super chats, keeping the beans on the toast.
Wolves from the doors.
And the cameras rolling. Download our free e-guide if you haven't already. It's great.
Yeah.
I made it, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
Complete overview. So anything you want to know, just so that you don't F up and become one of them annoying ex-vegans that you hear about.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple to thrive on a vegan diet. You just have to, but you just need to have a little bit of knowledge, and you need to do it. So download that. Make sure you're doing it. That's all I'm going to say. And then our cookbooks are buy one get one free at the moment.
Half price.
Buy one get one half price. And our new course is out at a low fee. It's a complete treatise on all the stuff. If you really want to thrive, if you want to optimize all aspects of your vegan life in terms of nutrition.
You want all the tutorials of how to do stuff, all the different things as well. Yeah,
it's a complete, it's got all loads of charts and lists and just a great reference tool. It's basically our 20 years combined experience and knowledge in one succinct course. Loads of videos, cookbooks, PDFs.
Like a daily,
check it out.
A daily tick sheet, so you can print it off and stick it in your kitchen to tick off all the foods to eat in a day. I think that's
like Dr. Gregor's Daily Dozen, but on steroids. Foxy Blonde, you lovely lady, £5 on the 11th hour on the super chat.
Thank you. That's
No
very
question, she's just supporting her local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers from the other side of Hadrian's Wall, and we love her.
kind. Well, shucks.
Shucks, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone else. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. GMT. Unless this one makes the dinner late, in which case we'll be on about 8 again.
I'm so sorry.
It's her fault, you know. Bye.